All right, we are back. We're going to be doing Lost City B4, which is a old school module from say 80 what year? 82, 80.
80, I think 82 sounds about right. Yeah. It's probably my favorite, honestly. It's based on a Conan the Barbarian story called Red Nails, written by Tom Moldvay. So, good stuff.
Nice, nice, nice. I need to switch my character in D&D Beyond as I am
So,
not that character.
by the way, guys, so I'm just gonna ask you for dice rolls and you just tell me what they are. I'm not gonna we're literally just gonna be broadcasting what's here. And you guys watching the Discord here, just be like, I'll just be like, oh, make a strength check, and then you just roll the dice and tell me what you got. Okay, so that's how we're gonna do it. It's pretty much how I always do it. So,
We're not
So
going to use
chat,
funky dice.
um, yeah, we can use a dice. Like if you have like a digital dice roller or whatever you need to do, just roll however you want. Even if you want to use physical dice, I'll be using physical dice. You know, we're going. I'm a more old school vibe, so I don't really care.
chat, I want to introduce you to our dungeon master for this, DJ Foxy. You have a lot of socials, so if you want to link them in my Discord, I'll put them in chat just to make it easier.
Totally. Yeah.
So that they know where to
that.
find you.
Okay, so they can find me at here's find me. Let's see here. I should be able to pull that up real quick. I believe my Twitter handle is ThemboDM, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Yep, there it is. I'll go ahead and like they can pretty much find out about all the stuff I do on my Twitter. Pretty much. That'll I post links to my Twitch streams and everything else on there. Also,
Awesome.
twitch.tv/the Liching Hour. That's a
Yes, I
really good
follow.
channel as well. Yeah, he's so cool. But I do this show called Crypt of the Dice Gods on there, and that's like a roguelike dungeon kind of thing of my own design. And it's it's quirky, it's fun. I abduct people from across the multiverse and I shove them into my crypt, and
Nice.
they may or may not survive, depending on where the dice land. And that's why it's called Crypt of the Dice Gods, because it's I don't fudge anything in that show.
Hell yeah. So in this game, I will be playing a human cleric named Bolvar, who's a domain cleric. Those of you who watch what I play, I don't typically play a cleric, but this is a build that I particularly enjoy for level 1 play. So I'm going to dig into him. He is the chosen one of his barbarian tribe. He is supposed to go and find the new homeland and by any means necessary secure it for his tribe.
What a guy. I love it.
So what's everybody else playing?
I believe we have a rogue. You guys there? What's up, babe? You here? My boyfriend's playing with us too.
Hi. So, I'm going to be playing Cyrus Breaststone. He's a guild enforcer, a bit of a bruiser, sneaky guy. His class is rogue. He's a half orc. He specializes in, we do a little sneaking. We do a little stealing, a little bit of espionage.
Nice.
Anything for the right price.
Of course, of course.
And of course, he's a Cockney. So
Nice.
He's from a place called Cogsdale.
Cogsdale. Love me, Cogsdale. 8 elves. Simple as.
I just did 4 hours of doing a voice, so I'm probably going to avoid doing a voice for this one.
That's all right.
That's all good.
It's all right.
Very good.
As lovely and jubbly.
I love
Gotta
that
be
character.
jubbly. Gotta be jubbly.
Gotta.
Who's next? What else are we playing today?
I'm also an orc. His name is Ugg Boots. He's just along for the ride.
He likes washing feet.
He does like feet.
Whatever works.
Apparently, he is an urban bounty hunter. I didn't make a whole lot of background for him because originally he was going to be a DCC character, and I didn't expect him to live for very long, so I don't have a ton of background prepared for Mr. Ugg Boots.
Very good.
I'm sharing my Hero Forge and the link to my character sheet in chat for those of y'all wanting to see the build and the character from home there. Let's see who else we got. I see a birdie monk.
Yep, that would be me. I am Neffy and I am playing R. I'm probably gonna butcher this, but an Aracroa. Anybody else know how to pronounce?
Aarakocra monk.
There we go. I had it pretty close. And you know what? I just apparently decided I wanted to be a bird person. And they have very short lifespans. So and I rolled a 6. And so she's not very charismatic at all whatsoever. Makes sense. She doesn't have lips. Yeah, she's basically on a journey from, trying to find out about this bad omen that her birdie elders told her about. So
nice.
That's her hidden agenda. I don't know what her real agenda is, but it's birdie.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, and chat again, the Twitter address up there, that is our DM, DJ Foxy there. So follow that Twitter. Who else we got?
I'm always posting about streams and stuff. So
yeah, we got two more characters in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Blonde Solo. I am playing Meraxis, the Warlock. She is a tiefling and here to dispel any preconceived notions you have about tieflings or what they do as warlocks.
What does she do as a warlock? What's her vibe?
She seems to do a whole lot of whatever she wants. She's really in it for a good time, not a long time.
Feel that. Just realized I'm gonna go grab my little notepad. Go grab that real quick.
Sure.
BRB.
And then we got one more character.
It is Amiria. She is an elf, and I'm playing a Grave Domain Cleric tonight. She's one of those characters that just gets into your head and will not let you go.
Nice. I like everybody's minis, everybody's physical representations. They look really good. Yes, Night Pun. Very warlocky.
Making unholy deals, and trying to get the better people. All right. Do we have any other characters to introduce before we start our
think-
journey.
I think that was everybody.
Okay. All right. So we have 6 adventurers that you have been traveling in a desert caravan for some months now across this large expanse of desert. Actually, let's see here. What was our cleric's name? Let me get the list of names real quick. I'm gonna write that down real quick. What's our cleric's name?
We have 2 clerics. This cleric's Bolvar.
Bolivar. All right. And what's our other cleric's name?
Amiria.
Amiria. And then let's see here. We got Cyrus,
Oi.
Bug, and then what's our warlock's name?
Meraxis.
Maraxis.
Gesundheit.
And then let's see here. And then we have one more character. What's our bird person?
It's R, pronounced like ARE, but it's AUR.
R.
Is he
Okay.
a pirate?
All right. R.
No, but that's what I'm rated.
So the 6 of you, you've been traveling with this desert caravan company, and kind of escorting it across the desert. And you guys have actually, it was Bolvar's company, your people actually. You guys have been paid by Bolvar and his people to escort them across this large desert expanse. Now, while you guys are traveling with Bolvar, you're leading your people across this desert plain, and you guys get hit with a sandstorm. Just blows everywhere, knocks over caravan carts. Everybody gets lost. Everybody scatters, and when the desert sand clears, it's just the 6 of you left. You can't find your people anymore, Bolvar. They're gone. And the rest of you are disgruntled, covered in sand, and confused. You don't even know where you're at this point. So you start your journey again to try to find some semblance of civilization. Now, you guys travel for a couple weeks, and you run out of food and water in your packs. And you're starting to starve. You're hungry, you're thirsty, you're tired, and if you don't get something soon, you're all gonna die. So you're desperate. Now, as you continue to journey across the sandy dunes of this forsaken place, in the distance you can see these stoned walls surrounding what you could see. It's almost like a ruin of some kind. So of course, that being the first thing you guys have seen in quite some time, you head towards the ruins. And you guys get inside, and there's all these old ramshackle stone buildings, sandblasted, smooth. Many of them just crumbling, falling apart. And you search them to see if you could find any food or water, but no such luck. This place has been abandoned for who knows how long, maybe even centuries. Now, in the middle of this ruinous city with these toppled walls surrounding it, you see this large ziggurat-looking structure in the center of this place. Now, at the top of this pyramid are these 3 statues that you can kind of barely make out in the distance. What do you guys want to do?
I want to thank Gilthanin for their tier 2 sub real quick. And then we're going to look for some shelter in this area. It's too good to pass up, I think. And the 100
And
bits.
just
Thank
to-
you, Gilthanin.
Just to confirm, we all have level 3 exhaustion, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You're all starving. You take disadvantages to attack rolls, disadvantages to skill checks, half your movement. You guys are in a bad way right now. You really need some food really fast, or this is gonna be it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want to have fried Aarakocra, so we got to look for something else.
I mean, it's delicious.
I say we eat the elf.
Bird would taste better.
I make angry bird noises. And
The
I
ancestors.
caw at the one that suggested eating me. I weigh 60 pounds. Are you sure?
Exactly, bird.
I'm
The
pretty
elves are
hungry.
usually very tender. Better
I will
option.
peck your eyes out. Don't touch.
I think
And then
I think other sources of food would be better for all of us. Keeping our numbers up is pretty key to surviving.
Survival against what? Is a bloody desert. There's nothing here but sand and sun and more sand. I think I got some sand in places I didn't think I could get sand.
There are things that live in the sand. The whole world has its own creatures and its own nooks and crannies. There's not any land I've heard of that doesn't have something. It might not look good, but it all eats the same.
Yeah, they've never tried eating orc before. Come on, let's get moving.
Where are you guys heading to?
and I so my speed is halved. I can fly up to 50 feet, so that would be 25 feet. Can I fly 25 feet into the air to see if I can find anything in our immediate surroundings?
Yeah, you can totally fly around. You want to fly like kind of over the city, like kind of look around the ruins.
I kind of want to like take basically so I don't lose anything because from what I gather, sandstorms can make things really hard to see. So I want to try and keep as straight up as I possibly can, but I just kind of want to get a view of maybe a better place for shelter for us.
Well, the storm's
Okay.
over, right?
Oh,
Yeah, the storm has stopped. You guys like this. The storm cleared, and this city is all you can see in the distance.
that's
So you
right.
you pretty much just head to the city, and now you're inside the city. The crumbling walls are around you. You guys have actually searched through the entire city and have
Oh,
not been able
okay.
to find any sort of food or water. But there is this big ziggurat um, pyramid with these three statues on the top of it that you can see in the distance at the back of this city. So you can maybe fly over, like to see like the top of the ziggurat to see if you can see anything up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
All right. So our bird Burb starts flying over. Ours soaring, not very gracefully because you are very very tired, Ar.
Yes.
But as you're like kind of haphazardly flapping over this huge city, in the distance you can see as these things get closer, you can see that there's three of these figures. One of the figures is a man, and he is holding up this. He's wearing armor. He's bearded, and in one of his hands he holds a lightning bolt. Um, And as you get closer, you can see that there's also a woman there as well. One of these three statues. And in her hand, she holds a long sword in one of her hands, and then a sheath of wheat in the other. Now, yes, now the third statue is that of a young child. And this statue reaches its hands above its head, and it has these snakes wrapped around its like body. And in its hand, it holds a coin, like a coin pouch in one of its hands. And then a wand in the other. And they're like outstretched in front of them. And you're like soaring close, and you see that these old statues are made out of some kind of stone material. Do you
Can
want to?
I roll a religion to see if I recognize anything?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's see. Is that disadvantage?
Yeah, you are very tired. Your brain is out.
Yeah.
Say.
Okay, and let's see. I got a 10.
Okay, so you're not. These things seem to be from some ancient civilization. Beyond that, what you know,
Okay.
you have no idea what this is. You don't know.
No idea. Okay. All right. I will survey and I see the statues, so I will then make my way back to the party.
I'll also have you make a perception check too. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
flying over 'em. Yeah, because you're like at the
Sure.
up. You're flying kind of. How close are you getting to the top of the ziggurat exactly?
How tall is the ziggurat? I
This
guess
thing
is the
is.
better
This is.
question.
Oh, that's true. Actually, yeah. So it's standing like a daunting um, like 100 feet up in the air. It's pretty
Oh, then
huge.
I can only get up 1/4 of the way if my movement speed is halved.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. So you're.
it just takes rounds. It's not your you're not limited to that much flight up. Like
Oh.
that's your movement
Yeah.
as in yeah. It takes you a while, but you can get up higher.
Oh, okay.
Unless
You're
you
not being
fall.
attacked by anything, so
Oh,
like
okay. There we go.
you have plenty of time
Listen,
to fly up
you're
there.
talking to the girl that asked if I could roll to feel uneasy the first game I ever played. So,
Fantastic.
No worries.
all right. So, then, yeah, I fly. I guess to kind of help since I'm so tired, I flap my wings, but also kind of keep close to the wall. So that way, like, as I guess, as I struggle, sometimes I have to like hang on to get myself up higher, even though, I can fly. It's just I'm freaking exhausted and I'm tired and I'm hot.
Yeah. Okay. So as you fly closer to the kind of like as you're staying far away enough to where like if there's anything down there, it won't like attack you. I guess right. It's kind of the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're flying close. Now you notice that these 30-foot tall statues are on the top there, but then you notice to the side there. Go ahead and roll me a perception check as well.
Yep.
See that perception check to see what you can see. Are the rest of you guys just kind of hanging back while she does this?
Yeah. I am.
Okay.
Yes.
I got a 13.
Okay. So as you're flying over, did you roll that with disadvantage?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
I'd say like since you have like a better vantage point, you can just roll that without disadvantage. Since you're like up above, you can see everything really well. So if you wanna roll that again, you can. See if you can get something better.
Okay. No, I got a 4.
Okay. All right. So you're flying over. The only thing you can really see is that these steps lead up the side of this of the like these steps that lead each of these like there's 5 tiers of this ziggurat pyramid. Each of them are 20 feet high,
Mm-hmm.
and these stairs lead up the side of the pyramid. Um, you could head down to check out a little bit closer to see if you could see something better, or you could wait for the rest of the group.
I am
However you
going
wanna
to go ahead and wait for the rest of the group because while I can't talk eloquently, I'm not stupid at least.
Fair.
So I'll head back to them to tell them what I saw.
You circle back, you land, dust flies up everywhere. Yeah,
All
you're
right.
back.
Awesome. There's the building has 3 statues that are there. And I explain the statues to them wearing the armor with the lightning bolt and the long sword and all that, and I fill them in. Does anyone recognize that at all? Anybody?
I'd say our clerics can make
I'm
like a
gonna
religion check.
I'm gonna give myself guidance and then make a religion check.
Smart.
I was thinking the same thing.
Very good idea.
You know what? I will aid you. You have guidance now. You ignore your disadvantage and roll regular.
Oh. So
We're gonna
does that
talk
stack?
religion.
It's if they
Because
cast guidance on themselves as well?
No, they'll just have their normal guidance. So if she has guidance, I won't cast it. I'll just aid her instead. We talk it out. She makes her roll without
Oh.
disadvantage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it.
so still add guidance.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll just roll without disadvantage because you guys are starving. So, but now you're aided, so you're good.
And then guidance is 18.
Oh, 18. Yeah. Okay. So from the descriptions of this bearded man with a lightning bolt, and the woman, oh, and he's also got a balance in the other hand. So it's a lightning bolt in one hand and a balance in the other. Now that balance, you think, oh, that sounds like the god Gorm. Now the god Gorm, great god Gorm, has not been worshipped for many, many years. There's only like scrolls, ancient scrolls and texts that talk about these gods, but um, they were supposedly worshipped. Well, there's Gorm, and then there's also Medura, and she is the woman with the sheath of wheat. And then there's also Usamagaras, and that's the child with the wand in its hand. Now, Usamagaras, that was a god that was worshipped by magic users and sages in ancient times. Gorm was a god of war and protection. And Medura, she was a goddess, also a warrior maiden goddess that was at Gorm's right hand, at Gorm's side many, many years ago. These gods were worshipped by ancient peoples that have long since died out. Okay, that's what you learn as you guys are discussing with one another.
This place is old. Extremely old.
What's my god's name, by the way, in this setting?
Well, I don't think I really had like a name for your god. Did you have one for him, or? I'm thinking Torp.
Corp.
Torp is the name of your god.
All right.
It's a kind of an ancestral spirit kind of god.
I wonder why the great Torp has brought me here. There must be a reason. Maybe. There has
Go
to be a
inside the
reason.
building to get out of the sun.
Unless one of your gods is going to give me some water, I think we should go to the temple.
I agree.
They might even have a pond there.
Maybe someone built a food place or something for the lady with the wheat. So
I don't think there would be any food left in there if it's that old.
So you guys heading towards the temple now?
yes.
All right. So you guys are Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, wherever we find shelter and rest, my god is going to give us water because I can create water
Oh, good.
as a cleric.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to try to cast that, you guys
Well,
like
it'll
hunker
be
down.
once we rest, I'll be able to prepare it, and then I can cast it.
Oh. Okay. So not quite yet, I guess.
Right. So wherever we find shelter to rest, then I will prepare it and cast away.
Okay. Cool. So you guys are heading towards this large ziggurat structure. There you go. As the sand, this is kind of like you guys getting here. But now that the sand dust is cleared, you head towards the central area there. And I'm gonna have everybody make a perception check real quick as you guys are heading there towards the temple or this big stone ziggurat structure in the distance.
14 with my disadvantage.
9 with disadvantage.
15.
Whoever just talked, I can barely hear you.
15.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
15.
3
So-
with disadvantage.
I got 19.
Ooh. Okay. So whoever got 19, you guys start to feel this rumbling, or like you kind of feel these like tremors, like ever so slightly under your feet.
Mhm.
And like as you guys are heading towards the stairs of the pyramid, you can see something rustling under the sand. And then you see a couple forms, 3 separate forms rustling under the sand, and they're moving towards you.
Guys, there's something coming. And like I let out like a high pitched like squawk to like in the direction of where I'm noticing the movement.
Okay, bird person's alerted, guys. You might want to ready your weapons. Is everybody pulling them out?
Yes, definitely pulling
All
out
right.
them all.
Heck yeah. So you guys all whip out your various weapons, and one of the as you guys kind of like get ready, you see these like things explode out of the ground surrounding you guys. These huge creatures, kind of like these gaping maws with spiked tentacles that all explode out of the sound, and they're all surging towards you. And so like they have all of you guys cornered. There's basically like one on each side of you, as these like um, really gross looking, just tentacled creatures like pop out of the sand there to surround you. So with that, go ahead and roll initiative as you guys are ready your weapons and are ready to fight these things. They have like just big, like it seems like their tentacles have these claws on them that they drag you into their mouth, and they're like whipping their tentacles towards you guys, and as they explode out of the dirt. All right, roll initiative there for the 3 of these beasties. It's coming.
9 for me.
All right.
4 for Meraxis.
So with disadvantage, I got 19. Since we're still exhausted, right?
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, I got a
Nine-
19. It was a nat 20 plus 2, but now it's 19.
Tragic. Still pretty
Indeed.
good though. And then what did Ameria get?
3.
3. Okay. And Ugg, you said you got 15? 8. Oh, 8. Okay. And then R, were you the one with 15?
I got 7.
Oh, 7. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Okay, well, see how quickly these beasties are flying towards you. All right. Cyrus, you just like whip your pistol out, and you're ready to go. 3 of these things are surrounding you. One of them's a little bit closer to you, and
I was hoping for the sword, actually.
oh yeah, you have that as well. Yeah, you can have that as 2. You have all your weapons there. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna slash at the one that's close by to me and try and maybe cut off one of those tentacles or something like that.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
So
Cyrus has this like cane sword that he like pulls the blade out of.
So to be 1. Okay. So it's a 19.
19 to hit? Ooh, yeah, you slice this thing open. You take a big chunk out of one of these tentacles, so roll for damage.
Oh yeah. So that's okay. That's gonna be a total of 5.
5 points of damage. You take a big chunk out of one of their tentacles, it screams, and it actually that particular creature that you just took a chunk out of, it's gonna try to totally take a chunk out of you. It's gonna try to eat you.
Tit
Or
for
you,
tat.
totally. So with that, it's gonna whip its tentacle around, starts like spinning towards you rapidly. Now what's your AC there? Your armor class.
13.
13. Okay, so it whips one of its tentacles over your head. You duck. Now one of these other creatures is also gonna it's also gonna try to whip its tentacle around to try to grab R there. It's gonna try to swipe its tentacle up and like pull you into its gaping maw there.
Dude.
Without even buying you dinner.
I
Benji.
know.
My goodness, he wants to eat. He wants
Mm.
burbs.
More
hungry.
angry squawking noises.
He's very hungry
So
for burbs.
angry.
So this thing like whips its tentacle around to try to pull you into that maw there. Let's see here. He rolled a 14, 15 to hit. Is that gonna hit you?
What no, it is not.
Okay, so you like fly up into the air as it tries to.
I
you
am going to, as it tries to wrap its tentacle around me, I'm going to bat my wings to, because I don't have quite enough energy to like really oof myself up that fast. So I'm going to use my wings to propel myself backwards, and like get out of its way.
Heck yeah. So yeah, this thing is like trying to grab you with one of its tentacles there. But you pull back just in time as you like throw your wings back. The dust kicks up everywhere. It misses. All right, now the last beast is gonna try to get. Let's see here. Ameria she's the one with the big hammer, right?
It is.
Okay, well this one's gonna try to grab you, Ameria. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Ooh, that it's definitely gonna hit you. Just rolled a nat 20.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that hits.
crit.
So yeah, crit. Um,
Adding that to the crit counter.
yep, there we go. Mark it down. All right. So it is gonna try to grab you with one of these tentacle bits here. And you're gonna take 16 points of damage as this thing
Down.
like grabs you, just like tears open part of your like armor there and like scars you as it like pulls you towards its gaping maw as its tentacle wraps around you and pulls you towards you. Yeah, so it's got you grappled there.
I'm down.
Okay, yeah. So you go limp in this thing's like tentacled arm as it wraps around you. She's out. Not dead yet, but just getting
Sleeping.
pulled into its mouth. Yeah, she's not doing too well. Not doing too well. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and see. Let's hear Bolvar. I think it's your go. Yeah.
Okay. Bolvar is going to smack the sand with his hammer as he calls upon Torp for his divine favor, and steps up to try to smack the crap out of the thing that's trying to eat Amiria.
Eat Ameria there.
Yep. Are our attacks with disadvantage?
Yeah, they will be actually.
Okay, just making sure. Still risking it for the biscuit. With disadvantage, that's a 17 to hit.
Ooh, that'll hit. Yeah, roll
All
for
right,
damage.
so that was with great weapon attack. So that will be 12, 22, and then the D4. That'll be 26 total damage.
Okay, so your hammer like spins around, you like crack it into the side of this thing, it like screeches, and it like I guess are you aiming like straight for its gaping maw? Just like
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so you like bash it straight in like where you expect its internal organs to be at, and just blood splatters everywhere, and it drops Ameria, and it goes
So
down.
drop it.
Yeah. You got it. And Maria kind of lands with a thud in the sand there. Okay. So with that, Ugh, it's your go.
Swing at the one that's closest to me with my long sword.
Go for it.
That's an 11 to hit.
All right, so you try to like cleave one of its tentacles loose, but it like whips its tentacle back away from you, so you miss. All right. Now let's see here. R, your go.
I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and attack with my quarterstaff. So let's see. That's at a disadvantage. Okay, I am. Sorry. Clicked the wrong dice. I rolled a D10 instead of a D. All right. I.
Talk about stacking it against yourself.
I know, right? I rolled 11.
A what?
An 11 with disadvantage.
Oh, okay, 11. Okay, so you swing your quarterstaff around and try to crack it straight on one of its big meaty like lips, like try to bust him upside the face, but it like kind of lurches back, misses you. You miss it. Okay.
Okay. I also have a bonus action to do an unarmed strike.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm when my staff does not meet its target, I swing out one of my clawed arms to swipe at its nasty gut maw. And let's see, roll that disadvantage. Does a 17
Same
hit?
knife bond.
Ooh, that will hit.
Yes. All right.
Right,
So
soul
unarmed
saving.
strike.
Don't do it.
It's gonna be a 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. So yeah, you like
Maximum.
crack it upside, like you tried to smack it like the side of its like spongy body, but then you whip your claw around and take a slash out of the front of it for 6 damage, you said?
7.
7. Okay, yeah. So it's looking pretty worse for wear. All right.
Maximum damage.
Okay.
Close.
All right. Nice. Let's see here. Meraxis, it's your go.
The beastie there on the bottom right of the screen, I would like to hiss and make a weird hand gesture at it to hex it as a bonus action.
Go for it.
And then for my attack, I would like to cast the Eldritch Blast cantrip.
Starts blasting.
Classic. So anyway, started blasting.
With disadvantage, that would be a 15 to hit.
Okay. That is gonna hit. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So I get to add a d6 to my damage. And it is going to take 7 damage.
All right. Gucci. So you blast the side of its spongy body. It screeches as it's seared with eldritch energy. Okay. Now, Ameria, you're currently down right now, right?
Right.
So, I tell you what, make a Constitution save right now.
Okay.
Or let's see here. Yeah. Just a D20 plus your Constitution modifier there.
12.
12. Okay, so you're still down. You're still out. All right, so we'll get back to you in a second here. But let's go back to Cyrus. It's your go.
All right, I'm gonna go at him with my sword again.
All right.
So we're still at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, you guys are. You haven't eaten yet, so
Yeah.
or drinking water actually. So
So it's gonna be a 15.
Okay, that'll hit.
All right. That's going to be a 3.
All right, yeah, so you nicked him, slice one of the sides of his tentacles, it whips back away from you. All right. So now that same beastie that you just took a chunk out of again, it's gonna try to grab you again. So let's see here. All right, that's going to be a 19 to hit, which I think is going to grab you. So it's going to lift you up and wrap one of its tentacles around your abdomen. You feel it like grab your body and lift you up into the air. It's going to do some damage, actually. It's going to do 3 points of damage as it like grinds you and it starts to pull you towards its mouth. Now you can make a grapple check to see if it can get loose of this thing. So roll me a let's see here, like a strength check. Yeah,
Strength check, huh?
yeah.
Okay. A
D20.
strength save or just a strength check?
It's a strength save. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be a -1 then. So that's going to be 18.
Oh, okay. You like rip this tentacle off of you. You just like grab it with your hand and pull it off of you. It drops you to the ground. But okay, so you're not grappled anymore. It's not pulling you towards its gaping, hungry maw. But this one over here, where R is at, that one's gonna try to grab you again, R. It's gonna try to whip its tentacle around to grab you again. So,
rude.
yeah, it really is. Honestly. That's gonna be 12 to hit.
Nope.
All right, so yeah, you whip back with those wings. You're like dodging back and forth, gliding around as the sand whips in through the air.
Don't
This
forget
other
my
one,
angry bird noises. Don't forget that.
totally squawking at this thing as it's trying to. I'm sure you're like being very distracting to it.
Yes.
All right. So with that, let's see. The other one's dead. So let's see here. Now it's gonna be your go, Bolvar.
All right. Now that she's not being eaten, Bolvar's gonna step over and heal his companion with cure wounds. All right. You're not out of this yet. 9. I heal you for 9.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Place your hand on her. She feels the holy power of Torp, of your ancestors, Bolvar, enter her, and you feel your wounds knitting back together. You're back to 9 HP. Gucci. All right. So now we're gonna go with Ugg. It's here. Yeah, Ugg. Your go.
Closest to me is distracted, trying to grab R. I'm gonna go for another attack.
I'd say since it's distracted by like the squawking and stuff going on, you don't have to roll with disadvantage this time.
Okay. Then that'll be a 15.
All right. Yeah, you hit it. Roll for damage.
8 damage.
Took another big chunk out of this thing. It screeches. All right.
Big facts, ninth pond.
It's
Big
your
facts.
go. R. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get back up on it with a nice little bat of my wings, and I'm gonna attack it again with my quarterstaff with disadvantage still.
Yes. Yes, because
Okay,
it's
just
very
making sure.
much focused on you right now.
No worries. I just wanted to make sure. Let's see. 14.
14 to hit, and that will just barely hit. Roll
Oh,
for
just
damage.
barely. All right. And then I'm going to hit with 5 damage. I
Alright.
swing my staff and take it and hit it right below one of its meteor. I guess I'm hitting for the knee,
Okay.
the possible knee, and I smack it with the quarterstaff as it lets out a screech. And is it Still alive?
It's still alive. Yep, it's looking not. It's kind of slowing down now. You guys are kind of wombo like teaming up on it, ganging up on it, wombo combo there. So you can hit him again with that extra hit if you want
Yeah,
to.
with the unarmed strike. Yeah, and after my my quarterstaff makes contact, I take a hand, and then I also swipe at it with my taloned claw, and that is going to 17 somehow.
Nice, that hits.
All right, and it's going to be for 5 more damage.
All right. So how do you want to kill this thing?
I am going to take my talon claw, and when I realize that I'm going for it, so I just reach my claw into its mouth and just search for something with purchase, and I just yank as much soft, gooey stuff as I can, and rip it out of its
Gaping maw.
toothy maw. Thank you. And blood or whatever is in it oozes out as I hold triumphant. I have dinner.
Heck yeah, food.
That's
All
her way
right,
of
yeah, this
saying
thing
I'm not dinner.
collapses. Yeah, true, very true. Okay, that was epic. Let's go ahead and go with
Sorry, I said we
let's
should eat you.
more useful than not. All right, Meraxis, it's your go.
Okay, I'm gonna lob another Eldritch Blast at this beastie that is still hexed. Ooh, that's a 17 to hit.
Ooh, that'll definitely hit.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you, thank you.
I think that's what I hit mine on too.
Hey, Team 17.
Let's go.
Nice, and that is 13 damage.
All right, yeah, you sear it with more arcane energy. It's like kind of wobbling back and forth. Seems like it's on its last couple stretches of existence. All right, so with that, Ameria, it's your go. You've like pick up your weapon from where you dropped it. What do you want to do? Just one more of these guys.
Toll the dying. It's a wisdom
All
save,
the
14.
dead.
Toll the
Oh,
dead, sorry.
Okay. Hell yeah. Okay.
you can't have disadvantage on a saving throw with they after all.
All right, so there's a wisdom save.
It is a wisdom save.
All right, so they rolled a 13 there.
They miss. They fail.
Okay.
And it's a
D12
D12.
damage.
Heck yeah.
7.
All right. Throw your
Ooh.
hand. Like, how does this like kind of evocation work exactly? What does it look like?
Since I'm in the sand, I pick up a handful of sand and I throw it in the direction, and it like gray and black smoke swirl around it as it coalesces around his throat.
Nice. All right, so like kind of grabs around the thing, starts squeezing it. It's like tentacles are whipping around, and then it collapses. It's dead.
It's like, as it goes around its throat, you hear a dong as the toll goes.
All right. You guys totally do have food.
Mhm.
If you want
Food and an 8
some-
hours water.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I will give myself guidance and use survival to process these things for the maximum amount of meat.
Very good.
Hmm.
Okay, so before you guys go to the ziggurat, are you gonna like drag these carcasses away to like maybe one of the side buildings there and like kind of hunker
sure.
down a little bit?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
That's a 15 survival for the processing of these beasts.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are able to get some tinder together and maybe have like maybe you have like a bundle of sticks that you collect together, and then you like make this little fire in one of the houses there, and you like light the fire, and you're got big spits of tentacle beast, and you have all that roasted up. You obviously you guys remove the talons and the claws and all of that. And yeah, you guys kind of hunker down. The sun starts setting in the distance over the horizon. You can see like it glinting off of these big metal statues on the top of the building there. And the wind whistles in the distance, and you guys just kind of munch on your spits there. Anything else you guys want to do before it gets
Do-
dark?
Do we want to potentially make camp here and rest at the very least, since we at least have food now before we barge into the pyramid?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good.
All right.
This sounds good.
Okay, so you guys hunker down. You find some buildings that are kind of like, sheltered from the wind and the elements, and you guys hunker down. Are you guys keeping watch or anything like that? Or
I'll take first watch.
okay, all right. So with that, I'll have you make a perception check there. Over. You don't have to use disadvantage though, because you guys are feasted up. I'd say that gets rid of your 3 levels of exhaustion.
Picky.
Yeah,
So that's going to be an 18.
18. Okay. So you can see this like group, like you're kind of looking out the front door of the stone building that you guys are kind of huddled in, and you can see like 3 figures in the darkness. They're crawling up the stairs of this big like ziggurat, and one of them like they seem to be muttering to one another, and one of them like points to the side of the ziggurat there at the top, and the 3 of them like go around the side there, and they seem to be like one of them like grabs the side of this piece of stone at the side there, and it opens up a secret door on the side of the wall there at the top level of the ziggurat.
I take note of that location.
Hmm. Now you hear some shouts coming from the top of the ziggurat, and like you hear like kind of like some chaos going on up there, men shouting, and one of them screams, and then 2 more of them like shout. One of them jumps out from the back of that kind of like trapdoor that's open. He like leaps backwards and just like tries to almost he like falls off the side of the building itself and topples down the side of the ziggurat, and you notice that he's got bolts in his chest. The 2 other men that were there with him didn't fall off the side though.
Didn't check for traps.
All right.
I'll note that
You
as
got
well.
you
We'll leave them to their fate.
totally. All right. So do you want to check it out, or you gotta wait till morning to investigate?
We'll wait till morning.
All right. So you guys switch shifts. Like I imagine you like let them know like, hey, somebody was up there and
Yeah.
got gored by something. And so you guys kind of all know about what went down. So the next morning, you guys gonna head over there to check it out?
First, I'm going to pray to Torp and create water.
Oh yes, of course.
Torp does provide water, he says
Mm.
pointedly. 10 gallons of clean water.
Excellent. So yeah, you guys are all able to drink some water and get rid of the rest of your exhaustion.
Fill up the water skin.
Yes. Anything else you guys want to do before you head up there?
No, fill my water skin, and preen and clean myself.
was gonna say I was gonna do a round of prestidigitation on everybody to help us get some of the sand out all the cracks.
Mhm. Definitely. And
Oh, that'd be lovely.
tentacle beast goo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Art
yeah.
ruffles her plumage in appreciation and says thank you, and hands one of her feathers that came loose while she was cleaning herself to Meraxis.
Ooh, she takes it and ties it into her hair. Thank you.
Maria, I will not be able to heal this day. I've used Torp's blessings for the water.
I'll do what I can.
Blooming.
Do we
kind of-
heal much from the resting or no?
Yeah, I'd say you guys are all back up to max, I'd say, after resting for a while. And like
Full
did any of
bellies
you guys
and
take
everything.
some damage or
Yeah, I took like 3.
okay, so yeah, I'd say you heal that up as you eat and rest. But anyhow, there's this big structure in the distance there. You guys start heading towards it, and you're climbing up the stairs. You guys get to the top, and up there, there's this like guy that's fallen off the side of the ziggurat itself, and he's kind of slumped on the side of a wall there. You inspect the body there, and it looks like he's like wearing like a leather jerkin, and he has some like some like a dagger on him tucked into his belt. But he's got these bolts like stuck into his chest as he's like slumped against the side of the wall there. Um,
Bolts like nuts and bolts?
like crossbow bolts.
Oh,
is what
crossbow
it looks like.
bolts.
Yeah. Now you do notice that there's that door on the side of the building that's open.
Hmm.
I would wager that he missed a trap.
Really, what gave it away?
I mean, there could be others in there with crossbows, but because there were others that tried to get in. So either he was betrayed or there are traps.
It would probably be a good idea to check for traps either way.
Can I roll for investigation?
Yeah, totally. You can come up to him and take a
I
look
give you
there.
guidance.
Oh, excellent.
They add a D4.
So Cyrus, as you're investigating, you add an extra D4 to that investigation, and you like approach the side of this ziggurat.
15.
It's like 15. Okay, cool, cool. So yeah, you're approaching the side here, and you see at the entrance of the door there, that's to the side of the stairs. It's like there's like two dead bodies piled up on top of each other. They also have bolts in their chest. And you peer down the hallway. And at the end of the hallway on the opposite side here, you can see a crossbow, like a mounted crossbow in the wall there. And then you look down and you notice that there's a pressure plate on the ground. But the crossbow, mounted crossbow, seems to be empty. Doesn't have any ammunition in it. You look down, you notice, oh, there's the ammunition right there. It's in these dead guys.
Don't worry, lads. The traps run dry. It's safe to go in.
Stepping in, Cyrus.
Yep.
All right, you step into this door, and curiously, there's lighted torches on the inside of this entrance.
I'll grab one.
There's like 3 of them along the sides of the walls there, illuminating this tunnel dimly. Now, you kind of turn the corner there, and at the end of that hallway is another door.
Hmm.
Another door.
Yes.
Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it, man.
Another door, another possibility. Can I see if the door is locked?
Yeah, totally. So you approach this door and you notice it has like just a stone handle on it, as if to like just grab it and push it open. It doesn't seem to have like a lock on it of any kind. But
Can I roll for stealth maybe, or maybe investigate again?
yeah, I'll say investigate. We'll go ahead and roll that.
Right.
And then, do they still have the blessing or the guidance there? or-
Yes.
Okay, so add that extra D4 as well as you're investigating this door, looking at the side of it, kind of trying to see if it's booby trapped or anything.
Let's give me another 15.
There's a small possibility
All right,
that
you're
Twitch
inspecting the side of the
unfollowed.
door, and you notice that there's this
It has done
spring-loaded
that
mechanism
from time to
on
time.
the side of the top of the door there. Looks like some kind of like gear with a spring attached to it that like when the door hinge opens, it like turns the gear and pulls that spring. And then you notice there's like a wire that goes inside to like the side of the wall there.
All
Which
right,
is
sleight of hand check to disarm it, maybe.
Yeah, slide a handle, be good.
Cool. So D4 and D20. Yeah, that's a 22.
Okay, so yeah, Cyrus, you're like, you inspect the side of the thing there, and you like tuck, like you take the gear, and you like with the like you maybe pull out your dagger on your belt there, you like pull the gear loose, you pop it off so that the gear won't turn when you open the door. So there you go. Disabled that.
And lastly, can I roll for stealth before I enter this room?
Yeah, totally. Go for it.
All right. It's a bloody boss, isn't it? Four. Yeah, this is me bread and butter. Another 22. Reminds
Okay.
reminds me of my first breaking and entering.
Excellent. So, you do kind of like pull it loose and you kind of sneak in, and the rest of you guys are kind of like following his lead, sort of, as he enters the door here. You gonna pop the door open now? Just go inside.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I
So
can
you open
try
the.
to stealth.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd say maybe you're hanging back. But you
I'm
open the
hanging back.
door.
I have no stealth.
I can
Okay.
stealth.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can follow with. So you guys, you open the door, you enter here, and there's nothing in the room actually. But you do notice that there are these three, other than these three metal tubes. You like look up and you notice that they go up into the ceiling at the same spots where those statues were at. At the front of these metal tubes, they have these doors, with more of these like latches that you can just pull them open, and they don't seem like they're locked or anything. But you can inspect them some more to see if you can see
Yeah, I'll
anything else.
inspect him. Can I maybe inspect him to see or investigate to see what the hell they are? These
Yeah,
tubes?
totally.
Yeah.
So you approach these metal tubes, and you do notice that they're going up into the ceiling where those statues are at. And you like kind of walk to the side, dun, dun, you like hit the side maybe, and you're like, oh, it's hollow. And then you notice that there's this door on the front. You must be able to open the door to go inside the tube. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and have you make a perception check. Let's see here.
Hmm.
Yeah, just have a perception check.
All right.
Well, first of all, which tube are you inspecting first?
Oh, I have to pick, huh?
Yeah.
I guess probably the one in the middle.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah. So just go ahead and check that out.
let me roll, and even though it's dim in there, let's see, where is it? Within 60 feet, treat dim light as bright and darkness as dim light. So just roll a d20 and see what happens. That's a 19.
19. Okay. Yeah. So you're looking
Hey.
No
at the front of
bonuses.
this. Very good. Very good. Okay. So you approach this the metal tube in the center there, and you notice that there is like some sort of mechanism at the bottom of the door itself that when you open the door, it seems to like push the mechanism forward. But you notice that the mechanism is already pushed down into a like locked position. So it seems like this trap has already been activated
Hmm.
previously by someone else.
So it's presumably safe to open.
Totally.
All right, then I'll open it and see what's inside. Take a peek.
Okay, so you open up the door there, and you look into this tube, and you look up above, and inside the tube goes up above, and then it also goes down below, and there's a ladder on the inside of this tube, like on the side of it, that you could climb up into up or down.
So I have the torch with me, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna drop the torch down into the tube.
All right, so you look down there. By the way, the rest of y'all, at this point, you guys have realized there's nothing in this room really, like to kind of like hide from. So
Come
if
on,
you guys,
it's safe.
Good,
I
because
will
I'd rolled
move
an
into
8.
the room.
all right. So you guys are kind of looking at these tubes. Um, all right. So you drop this there you go. There's what's going on right now, basically. So you drop this torch into the tube and it falls down the tube and illuminates the tube itself. But then you see on the side of the tube, as it like illuminates, there's like a creature clutching to the side of the bars, like climbing up the side of the tube, and it like kind of screeches and like looks up at you. It's this giant centipede. It's a humongous centipede, and as you drop the torch, it falls down. You hear like a thunk far below, but that creature starts scuttling up the side of the tube towards you there. So
Can I close the door on him?
I'd say roll for initiative. Maybe you can if you react
Yeah,
fast.
let's
So
do
everybody,
that.
let's go ahead and roll for initiative as this thing's climbing up to try to bite Cyrus's face off.
19.
Oh, nice.
4.
Okay.
Miraxis has a 12.
16.
Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. So let's see here. That was a 19 for you, Bolvar.
Yep.
19, and Amaria, what did you get?
4.
4. Oh, okay. All right, Cyrus, what did we get?
16.
16. Okay, and Ugg,
Also got 4.
Meraxis,
Miraxis has a 12.
12, and R.
I have a 13.
13. Okay. See how fast this sucker is going as it's climbing up the side of this tube. Um, okay, this thing's going pretty dang fast actually. Got a 20 for initiative. So it's crawling up this tube and it scuttles up to the top of the tube and leaps forward to try to grab you with its like pincers there.
You baby, I'm a sphincter man, sir.
For a second, I thought you were going to say it was a face hugger. I'm like, okay, this took a turn, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, very good. It's just a big old friggin'
Bug.
centipede, big bug. All right. So it's gonna try to jump up and try to bite you. And it rolled a 12 to hit you there.
Not gonna happen. Armor
All
class
right.
13.
All right. Yeah. So you sidestep that thing. It leaps into the passageway there. And now it is your go, Bulbar.
All right. So it popped out and hit him. Where is it at?
It's in the center of the room, pretty much.
Okay,
Like just kind of
sweet.
scuttling along the ground there.
I'm gonna take a big old swing at it. As I
All right.
like
Yeah.
to.
This thing is like almost
Ooh,
as big as
why are you
as
using a real picture? of a
Yeah, I
centipede?
like it. I like it.
It's a
So
big old
Ooh.
centipede. It's huge.
what?
It's
What would you
almost like
say?
as big as a dog. So,
Nice. Would you say I'm able to flank it?
yeah, I'd say so, since both you
Alright.
and Cyrus are on both sides there.
Sweet. I am rolling with advantage. Then I am great weapon mastering. I am hitting at a 23.
That'll hit.
Right. We will do 7 damage. I will then use my War Priest ability. Torp will let me take another attack action as a bonus action. And I'll do the same thing. And that's a 21 to hit. That'll be for 12 damage.
Okay, so this thing like jumps out, Cyrus, you sidestep it, and then Bolivar just repeatedly smashes this thing to bits. Just like bashes it to pieces, blood splatters everywhere. This thing's dead. You have debugged
That's
the
it. I'm
situation.
getting me mallet.
All right, so you got a big dead centipede carcass in the middle of the room, and that door is still open.
Delicious food.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
What next, y'all?
Tastes like crab.
So where those tunnels go?
Well, they go down and then up above. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Cyrus,
he's
you'd be the
asking.
one that would know about
so I'm
that.
gonna look down into the tunnel, and can I see? Is the torch should still be lit at the bottom? Can I see anything down there?
Yeah,
Can I at
it
least
looks
see the
like
light?
you do. You do see it's kind of like glowing the embers from the torch. They're starting to go out, but you can see down there there's about 20-foot drop, and this ladder goes all the way down.
So there's no other exit from this room that I can
No?
that we can see. Just these tubes.
Yeah, just the tubes there.
Well, I'm gonna turn to the rest of them and say, "Well, do you all want to investigate the other tubes, or do we want to use this one?"
If the tubes go all the way to the top of the building, we could go to the top of the building and see if we see anything else, try to get out of the desert.
Well, at least there's nothing below us now, so let's go up. Follow my lead.
Sounds good.
So I'm gonna take point. I'm gonna start climbing up the tube.
2 orc bros climb up the tube. Okay, so I guess the rest of you guys are either hanging out or following them, probably. But okay, the 2 of you guys climb up into the upper reaches of this tube, and you look around and you notice that like the sides of the wall are shaped kind of weird, and you realize you're inside the statue.
Whoa.
You're inside the statue, and there are these like levers on the inside of the statue, and you notice that there's like a pulley system that seems to be connected to the arms of the statue. And there's this like device that looks like a megaphone or something, like some kind of like thing that you would speak into with like a burnished like mesh kind of covering to it.
Hmm. It's interesting.
seems like somebody would like operate the statue and make it talk.
I roll to burp as loud as possible directly into the megaphone.
Oh no. No, we're
Okay,
gonna do something better than that after you do your burp.
okay, you burp and you guys hear this like resounding like belch coming from above the statue. It's quite loud. Yeah.
All right, then Cyrus is gonna look at him, being, "You, oh, it smells like fish. Oh, okay. You want to see something funny, mate? Check this out. I'm gonna roll. Can I roll for a performance check?
Sure.
Cool, because I have like a +3 to performance.
Yeah, go for it.
So that's gonna be a 17.
Okay. What are you doing?
So I want to speak into the megaphone and jiggle around some of the pulleys to get the statue to move.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, "Hello, heathens. It is I, your god. I am displeased with how much sand you have let come into this place. And so I demand sacrifices in the form of mead and other alcoholic beverages. Please place them at the front of the statue. Truly yours, your supreme god." If there's anybody around, they're gonna freak out, and we might even get some booze.
There's totally not anyone in this city. But I mean, that was quite amusing. That was hilarious to you. Yeah. The
Can
rest of
we
you
get
guys
out of
heard
the
that from above.
statue?
Do what now?
Can we get out of the statue, or are we stuck in there?
You can climb down, but like there's no like exit to the statue up above
Okay. Can
at
we like
all.
look out through its eyes or something, or see?
No,
There's
it's
no
just
porthole.
there's not really any porthole inside it. It's just metal.
Damn.
And let's go back down.
Truly yours,
Inform
promise.
the
No
others. There's
bullshit.
nothing up there, just the weird statue mechanisms, and see about maybe planning on going down.
Can we make the statue make a rude gesture before we leave?
Yeah, totally.
This is what happens when you pretend to be false gods. Your civilization falls.
And then I'll make a funny joke about it.
Indeed.
It was a good joke.
All right, so you guys gather around the center column that goes deep into the depths of this thing, this tomb of some kind. Who's going in first?
Me, because I got the dark vision, so I'll be able to see better.
Yeah. Yes, the volunteer.
All right, so Cyrus climbs down, and you climb down to the bottom there, Cyrus, of this thing. Are the rest of you guys climbing down as well?
Yeah, Marexis will go down there too.
All right, so the rest of you guys follow down as Cyrus climbs down as well. You climb down the ladder as it goes deep, deep into this temple of some kind. Now you climb down to the bottom there, and there's two other ladders as well to either side, and then you realize, oh, those must, lead up to the other tubes. And you look around and you see more of those like pulleys and gears and all throughout this room, and you realize, oh, this is part of the mechanism that helps operate the statue. And there's three doors in this room. There's one to the east and then two to the west as well in this room. And the torch kind of dimly sputtering on the ground is starting to go out, but it like dimly illuminates this room. But you can light it back up if you want to.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and light it back up again and pass it to somebody else.
Okay. Cool.
Who wants
you
the
guys-
torch?
I'll take it. And I take the torch out of his hand and hold it.
Good bird.
Fuck off.
You-
Fuck off.
All right.
Fuck
So all right. So you guys descend down below. And yeah. There's nothing really perceptibly interesting about the room other than those 3 ladders there. As the bird squawks in indignation.
Yep. I'm an indignant
Does Polly want a cracker? Because I'll crack this cane over your head.
Does the half-orc want no eyeballs? Because I can just eat them.
You know, I never really did like chicken. But in this case, I might make an exception.
I never really liked ugly things, but I might make an exception for you.
I might be able to fix my ugly, but you can't fix your mean personality.
No, and I really don't give a fuck. And she squawks a bit more, and frickin' her plumage is kind of fluffy, and she's and then goes and
She does that little angry bird hop over to a corner.
yeah. Well, I'm specifically hopping over to Meraxis because I gave her a feather. So
And birds of a feather, you know.
yeah,
Well,
there we go.
me mum says I'm handsome. Anyway,
Your mom was a liar. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and see about investigating these doors. See if there's something going on here. Traps, a keyhole I can look through.
All right.
Women getting undressed on the other side.
You see nothing of the sort. But you do look into this side door there, and you notice that this hallway. Which one are you checking? One to
I'm gonna
the
do the east first.
Okay, cool.
East?
So
I thought you said west.
So you approach the door here. It doesn't look like it's trapped at all. It like doesn't seem to have any like mechanism on it or anything like that. It's got another one of these like handles on the side of it, and you're able to pull it open if you want to. So you can, like pull it up and peer through.
Am I still in sneak, or do I got to re-roll that?
I'd say you can. Yeah, actually, let's have you reroll that.
Fair enough. It'll be all right anyway, because I'm a very sneaky man. Let's see. Yeah, +4. So that's going to be a 22 again.
Great. So yes, since did you hand the torch off to somebody else?
Yeah, to the bird.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you peer through this door and you can see these glowing creatures like crawling along the sides of this hallway here. They're these massive beetles.
Oh god.
Right on. There's these massive beetles as they're like crawling around this hallway. They're glowing too. These creatures are they're like kind of like almost as big as like a microwave. They're like pretty huge. And they got these little like claws on the front, like these claws and these pincers on the front of their mouths. And they're just kind of crawling around this room, this hallway here. So yeah. But they don't notice you. There's 5 of them crawling around in this next room. This hallway here.
So there's 3.
Mm-hmm. Or 5 of them. There's 5.
5. And how big are they?
They're like kind of like almost as big as like a microwave. They're kind of
Whoa.
chunky. They got big pincers on the front of them that seem they could like jump up and bite you, do some damage.
Would it be feasible for me to be able to maybe kill one without the others knowing, or
Yeah, I'd say like you could sneak up on the one that's closest to the door here. It's got its back turned to you, and the others are like two of them crawl down the side of this like the hallway to the right, and they could turn around the corner there. One of them is got its back turned to the one that's in the hallway there that you're directly behind there. And the other one's like kind of it turns and it crawls down like to the side to the opposite hallway there, turning around that corner. So you could sneak up and try to sneak attack that one right there actually.
in that case, yeah, I'm gonna try and do a sneak attack on that one, like skewer him with my cane sword.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Sure.
like in the head area. That way, it doesn't make as much noise. Hopefully,
Yeah, I'd say that's valid. Go for it.
yeah. Let's try. So my sneak attack 1d6 does that add to my 1d20, or is that like extra attack damage?
That's the extra attack damage. So you're gonna add
I
that.
see.
Yeah.
Let's see. So just gonna be that. Okay. 10.
And a hit. All right. Okay. So you kind of like jump into like pull the door open, like quickly try to stab this thing in the back, but it like deflects off of the like hard solid plating on its back. You know, like it turns to you, and like the others turn around as well to see you there, and they all start skittering towards you, Cyrus. Or these like little bug creatures as they're glowing in the dark. Their bellies, they kind of emit this glowing luster to them. Okay. So with that, go ahead and roll initiative, guys, as these creatures are rapidly skittering towards you.
All right.
The nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. A crit?
You got a 20 as well, Bolvar?
Oh, no. I was asking if it was a
Oh,
crit. No, it was just
yes, he
okay.
was.
5
20.
for me.
Ooh, okay.
All right, but it was on initiative, so I don't count.
I got another
But awesome.
16.
Meraxis.
Meraxis will go on 21.
Amen.
21.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go with R.
Bolvar's like, you guys
R.
got this.
R's got rolled a 16 as well.
Okay.
I got a 4.
16, and then 4 for Maria.
All right, so both clerics are like, you guys got this.
Yeah, you guys are kind of hanging
We can do
back.
this.
All
We
right.
can handle it.
So Ugg, you see these creatures, the door swings open and you see these creatures, it's like kind of swing to the side there, and these little bug creatures are skittering towards your friend there at the door there. You spring into action. What do you want to do?
Said their bellies are glowing
Yeah,
specifically?
their bellies are glowing. Yeah.
Can I like try to flip one over with my long sword and stab it in the belly? Like see if the belly is softer than the armor on their back?
Yeah, I'd say so. Go for it. And I'd say roll for advantage since you're trying to do something kind of quirky like that. Yeah.
Roll for advantage as in
Like roll advantage with your attack roll
okay.
as you're like trying to flip him over and slash him on the bottom of the belly there.
What dice is that for rolling advantage?
You're just gonna roll 2d20s and you'll
Okay.
take the higher one. That's what I mean when I say advantage.
11.
11 to hit. Okay. Yeah. So you tried to like kick him onto his back to try to slash underneath him, but you didn't really manage to, and you just bounces off the top of his like hard,
Carapace.
carapace that's deflecting the blow there. Okay. So with that, it's your go, Meraxis.
Whee!
Chat wants to cuddle them.
Oh.
I would like to hex the nearest bug as my bonus action, and then as my attack, I would like to Eldritch Blast it.
We have a storm rolling in, so if we disappear, that's what happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I will miss probably with a 2. So
Okay, yeah, so you try to sear this thing, but it like continues to scuttle towards you there. Okay.
but for my hex though, I would like to say that it has disadvantage on dexterity things.
Oh. Okay. Good to know. All right. So, let's see here. Cyrus, it's your go.
All right. So, So somebody closed the door or no?
No, the door's open. Actually, in fact, Ugg rushed past the door to try to attack these things. So basically, like he's in the hallway here, and fighting this bug creature who's just got hexed.
Bloody greenhorn wants all the glory, doesn't he? All right, so I'm gonna head on in there as well, and I'm gonna. You know, my sword really didn't do anything. Didn't really do that much damage. Can I just go in there and try and stomp on it?
Sure.
What would that be? Would that be like a strength?
I would have you like roll your normal damage. Just go ahead and roll like an attack roll. At regular attack roll at disadvantage.
Like a -1 disadvantage.
Yeah, so you're gonna roll 2d20 and then take the lower.
Okay.
Just to stomp on him. Squash him.
All right.
If it hits, you'll roll a d4.
So the lower one was a 14.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna be +2, so it'll be 16.
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah.
And that's a 4.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you actually you stomp on its neck. Actually, like that, like the perfect little area there where there's like kind of fleshy bits, and you like crush its head, and it just splats everywhere. It's dead.
Bloody thing.
Yeah. All right. So with that, R, here you go. More of these things are
Awesome.
scuttling towards me, and yeah.
Great. I am going to take my quarterstaff and with the edge of it, I'm going to attempt to flip it over and impact, like whap it with my staff with the, I don't have a pointy end, but with the end that could potentially impale it. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And does an 8 hit?
Ooh, an 8 will not hit. So
No,
yeah,
I didn't think so.
you tried to flip him over on his back, but you like bounces off the side of its carapace. Okay.
Of course. And when I get frustrated, so I then take my hand and whap it across with my talons as well. And it helps if I
and then
actually
kick her, sir.
Yes, and then I doth proclaim I kick 11.
11 to hit. That's actually not gonna hit either. So yeah,
Mhm.
you swing your
Hey,
foot
darling
around to
Creepshow,
try
how
to
you
slash
doing?
him with your talons there, but it scutters backwards, and it
How's your
misses. Okay.
Sunday going?
Okay. So is
Oh,
that
with
actually?
that, can I also
It is storming.
put myself a bit
Big
into the air
time.
so I'm harder to hit?
Yeah, totally. I'd say so. Yeah,
Mhm.
you're like hovering in the air there.
Mhm.
All right. So two of these creatures are gonna kind of skitter towards you. They
We're
jump
on
up into
game
try to
2 of
leap
the
up into the
marathon
air to try
today.
to bite you with their claws there. Rude.
Game 2. We're doing the Lost City module from like 1982.
That's gonna
on
be
this
a
one.
12 to hit.
With our
No, I'm
guest,
gonna bat it away with one of my wings as it tries to connect.
All
with our
right, so
guest
it
DM
lands on the
DJ
ground there,
Foxy.
and the other one leaps up and tries to bite you as well.
Yeah, you had
that
a
time it's
late
gonna be a
night, didn't
16
you?
to hit.
And a long day
Still does
yesterday.
not hit. I backhand it with my the hand that is opposite of the wing that I hit the other one with, and knock it back down to the ground.
All right, so they're both trying to leap up at you, but you're managing to deflect their blows. All right, so with that, two more of them scuttle around the side of the hallway there, but they're not quite to where you guys are at yet.
How did your cute little
Okay.
Morticia Elvira
So
thing
with
turn
that,
out?
gonna be
Ooh, 20 hours. Oof.
Bolvar. Here you go.
All right. It's a little crowded in there. I don't want to crowd it up too much. So I'm just going to get into a position that I can see
What you want to do,
them.
Bolvar?
Sorry, I was muted. I want to see, I don't want to get in there to block up the hallway because it's, close quarters and not everybody can get in. So I'll just get to a position where I can see down. And Bolvar will pull out what looks like a tuning fork and strike the business end of his hammer to toll the dead on one of them. And listen to the thunder roll outside.
Yeah, I can hear that too. That's pretty good. Very ominous. Very.
So that's a wisdom save for the toll the dead. How wise are these beetles?
Oh right. Well, the beetle that you cast it on is apparently he rolled at 19s here. That's a
It's a wise ass beetle.
that's a really wise beetle.
Right.
That's 18 actually.
Right. Toll the dead is save or suck. So you get a cool bell sound and that's it.
All right. Yeah. So like it just kind of like screeches. Continues to.
Beetle's seen some shit.
Yeah. These are what. It knows what's up. Knows what's up.
And
All right. So with that,
I'll step to the I'll step to the side so other people can get a good look into the door.
Okay.
Do you have a picture of your mini up
Mary,
in Discord? In your Discord?
I'll actually step up and take his spot
All
so
right.
that I can see. And I will try, Word of Radiance at the first beetle I can see, which is a 14 con save.
It does not pass.
Hey. So,
Well, if you put up,
yeah,
I'll be excited to see
it's only
it for
one.
sure.
It takes 1 damage.
Takes
A little bit. And then
A
I'll
beetle
move to the side as
saved.
well.
Wise beetle.
All
It's
right, so
wise
we're back
beetles.
at the top of the round there with Ugg. Here we go.
Can I try and decapitate the next beetle that's closest to me? So like I'm gonna sort of stand over it and drive my longsword straight down and try and disconnect its head from its body.
All right.
And that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Nice. You're a crack of carapace, I'm sure.
That is 7 damage.
All right. Yeah. So you're just cutting its head straight off.
Yeah.
All right. So you swing your sword. The carapace cracks in on itself, and the fleshy bit around its neck just splatters everywhere, and it's dead as well.
Gooey.
All right. Now, Meraxis, it's your go.
Meraxis would like to move her hex onto the bug in front of R as her bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will Eldritch Blast that same one. That'll be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
This thunder is almost constant. I'm kind of loving it, as long as the stream doesn't
And
get
that will
knocked out.
be 14 points of damage.
Oh, okay. So you just, your eldritch energy just like cooks this thing within its body. It starts like its legs start like sputtering and just flailing everywhere, and then it just collapses. All right. No
Excellent.
more bug. Okay. Now, with that, go ahead and go, Cyrus. Here you go.
All right. I'm thinking. I guess I'll
You
go
can tell
for. I'll use my sword cane again, and I'll
you can tell we're
two-hand
in different parts of town because I heard the thunder on your guys' end and then heard it outside.
it.
Yeah, we both live in Savannah. So
Nice.
thundering out here.
Yeah. So sword cane. Yeah. So that's a +2. D20. That's a 21.
Oh, that'll hit.
Our floofy orange cat's so scared right now.
And then for damage.
She's with her mom for comfort.
8. Okay, so yeah, 7 total for the damage.
Okay, yeah, you splatter this bug. Bug be gone. All right. Now R, it's your go. There's one more bug.
Sorry, was that me? I apologize.
There you go.
My brain just short circuited.
It happens.
Okay. So I am going to, let's see, what do we got? We only got one bug, or do we get? Yeah, we only got one bug. Okay.
One
All right,
guy.
just confirming. One bug. All right, we're gonna attempt to smoosh the bug with my quarterstaff and roll. It's an 11. I know for a fact that does not hit. So I'm going to also try to stomp on it with my foot as well for my follow-up
Stomps.
action. Stomp with my bird. Oh, that's even worse. 4. Getting the bad rolls out of the way now.
Have you thought
You,
about
like, try to-
rolling higher?
Maybe. You know, that might work.
Yes, because I asked the dice nicely, and they just told me to go fuck off.
Gotta pray to the dice gods.
No.
Yeah, so you thwack it off its back. It just reverberates off of its.
Chat, can you hear me? We back. Nice. Okay, yeah. It took out our electricity and our internet, but we're back. We're on the game is taking a quick break. But oof, that had me concerned. There, everything coming back on. Loading the chat bot back up. Big thank you to everyone making your way back to the chat.
Bereft. Like rub her head off.
Doo-doo. Everything is going much slower than it should be. Thank you. There we go. We are back on chat. If sound is funky or camera's funky or anything, please speak up. I did a number of things here. And make sure to let everybody know we're back too.
Never.
What's that?
I said never. I'll
Never.
never let everyone know I'm back.
Never.
Never. Angry bird noises.
Fuck off.
Here, bird, you want a chip?
What kind of chip?
Hate a chip.
I mean, of course I want a potato chip. Out of
Mm.
character, give me a potato chip. Dang.
Okay,
No, it's
potatoes
mine.
precious.
Oh man, the follow through on that. That was good. That's good. I do want a potato chip now though. Fuck.
What
Yes.
flavor you got there?
Potato flavored.
What flavor of potato chip?
The potatoey kind.
I have string cheese and cheesy poofs.
Oh, I am not hungry, so I didn't get anything.
You don't have to be hungry to get potato chips.
For me, I kind of have to be hungry to eat.
So as we were getting booted up, finally the Toll the Dead worked. And popped one of these beetles.
Hell yeah.
I was talking nice about the storm. That ends now.
Mother Nature don't give a fuck.
It don't fuck
Mother
up.
Nature is the honey badger. Fuck. She created the honey badger, so you know she doesn't give a fuck.
In mine own image, honey badger.
Honey badgers and wolverines, two most terrifying animals I've ever come across. That and chihuahuas. Chihuahuas can be pretty vicious as well.
Is any badger really?
Yeah. Yeah. It went when I lived in Alaska, there was an order of operations of what to be afraid of. Right? Moose, wolverines, and then the bears. And then wolves. Moose and wolverines were the top two.
I'm concerned about orcas.
I didn't go in the water. So why are you swimming in the cold ass sea? It's not warm up there ever, I think. Now
Get
I
them
gotta know.
both. Go fishing. Orcas are a problem.
Oh, fair. I did not do that. So surprisingly, my fear of the ocean applies to all oceans.
There you go.
I was really stunned by that, but yeah.
I am going to go grab a drink real quick while we wait for the DM. Be right back.
Return. Hello. Is everybody back? Or we got still a few people?
I think X is getting something to drink still.
Oh, okay, sweet. All right, we'll hang tight then.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I love your makeup, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like I can't. It's so symmetrical. I'm like envious in a good way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like tonight it was a little more scuffed than it usually is, but
You look fine. Trust me, you
Thank-
look good. It's good makeup. You just look on point. You look. Some people this rubs the wrong way, but it's like my favorite way to describe people. You look adorable.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Yes.
trying for that.
Good. Okay.
Excellent. All right. I think I'm gonna go refill my water cup because I just drank all of it. So I'm gonna go get some more.
Awesome.
Be
I
right
am
back.
back. And when
Oh,
DJ
okay.
Foxy gets back, go get your water. Go get your water.
Okay, cool. BRB.
Gotta hydrate.
Gotta hydrate. Suck in that water. Ooh, which reminds me. What else am I going to do? What else am I going to do with all these points I have? Freaking hydrate.
Oh yeah, I got water here too.
And a beard stroke, please. Thank you. Much
The most
appreciated.
popular of redemptions, the beard stroke.
You should up it. Clearly, demand should cause a higher. Too bad you don't actually profit off of it. Dang it.
Right. I'm just glad we're back up. When the internet wouldn't come back on for a second, I'm like, motherfucker.
I'm so angry.
It's not even a severe storm. It's just a storm. It's just a summer storm.
So like our power always seems to go off after the storm has passed. So like it's sunshine and then our power decides to die. That's usually how it works for us.
Are your lines underground?
In Florida? No.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that smart. Not
That's the
all
only
of
thing
them.
that would
Not
make sense to me. Damn.
Yeah, no. They're starting to. But no, like it's you think. You think. But no. No. Come on, we're a state that is shaped like a penor. I don't know what you
Penor.
want. A penor. This is a family-friendly stream. I may have dropped the F-bomb earlier, but that's nothing. I'm not going to talk about them penors in full glory.
The Pen 15 Club.
The Pen 15 Club, yes. I forgot about the Pen 15 Club.
That rogue Gloomstalker this morning. Like I built it, so I knew what it could do, but to actually see it roll out, that felt good. Felt real good.
It was satisfying to watch. So
many dice. And every hit a crit automatically because of 3 levels of fucking rogue. Well, assassin rogue. That's their bullshit. Then turn invisible and dip. I should have added up all that damage.
maybe.
Maybe
Do the math.
I'll watch the VOD and see what I did. DJ Foxy.
And there's dead beetles everywhere.
Yeah, Toll the Dead finally worked. That's awesome.
Was one of them named John?
You could name him John.
I'm going to say I killed Ringo.
Yes.
I probably killed George. Paul's still around, though, somewhere.
All right, so yeah, there are 2 separate hallways here. There's one that leads down to the south and another one up to the north in this area here. But which way are you guys wanting to go? Or
Oh, man. Well, I guess I gotta investigate some more, don't I?
yeah, it seems to be your thing.
Oh, the rain's come. There you go. Well, so much for mowing today.
Thought you did that earlier.
It rained last night, so I couldn't. I was waiting for it to dry.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, I'll just freaking have big old mud tracks of the grass, and then I'll just have an ugly looking yard. Okay, so left or right? Oh, can I can I get the bird to come over here with a torch?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I will flappa light.
That kind of illuminates this room a little bit. It illuminates towards the end of the hallway. Oh, also, you guys notice there is a door to your right there,
Mm.
in that hallway that you guys are in. So there's that there as well.
Well, can I inspect that door then?
Yeah, go ahead, check it out.
All right, I'll investigation.
All right, so you're heading over to this door, and you approach the door. The door's not like locked or anything. It's got another one of these stone handles, though. You're able to just pull it open.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you pull the door open, and in this next room, there is let's see, here we go. All right, so this room contains an old bed, or sorry, it might have been once been the quarters of some kind of cleric, because it looks like it might be the like a religious dignitary. There's like wall scrolls depicting, you know, Usumagaris along the walls there. But as you enter this room, there's a man on the ground. He's like sprawled out on the ground. And he's got this mask on that depicts some kind of bird creature, a bird-like creature, but he seems humanoid. uh, And he's like sprawled out on the ground. And this must be whoever this clerical guy that used to live in this room. The blood is pretty fresh. I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, the bottom just fall out. Oh, sky, so makes sense. So you're telling me there's a bird man in here who is freshly dead?
Yeah, he's got these like clerical robes on, and there's like these wall scrolls on the side of the wall there, depicting like the three religious figures that were on top of the temple. Like there's like a scroll that depicts Gorm, another that depicts Usumagaris, and then another that depicts the warrior maiden, or Madura.
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 I'm a
Well,
murderer,
can I
you.
inspect, like, do a roll for investigation?
Yeah, you can totally do that actually as you're kind of approaching the body that's laying there.
Did you say it was a bird man that was also in there?
So he has a mask on that's like this
Oh.
golden burnished mask that has some kind of weird looking bird face.
Hmm.
I got a 15.
Okay, 15. As you approach this guy's body, you're like looking down at him, you're like, it's a bit odd. You're like tilting your head, you're like, oh my gosh, he's got like slashes up his back. There's some kind of creature that probably attacked him. And then you start to hear scuttling in the room. And out from underneath this bed, you see like this head of an enormous spotted lizard creature, whipping its head around, and it starts like kind of like hissing as it crawls out from under the bed. But it didn't catch you at surprise because you knew it was coming. So you ready your weapon, and the rest of you guys, I imagine, you heard commotion in the next room, so you you can start heading to the door if you want, but let's have an
Can I-
initiative roll.
Oh, initiative. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I sell
Do you want to try to
auto
do something
insurance?
before
I was
the
hoping if I can just, as a reaction, just pull out my pistol and shoot at it. How
yeah,
bloody
you know
hell!
what? I'd say since you kind of got like the you figured out that he was there, I'd say you could totally like see him crawling out from under the bed, and you could just blast him.
He's gonna try to sell you insurance.
Let's
Watch
roll.
God.
I'm gonna try and save 50%.
out.
He just wants me to save 15% or more. Okay, so yeah, so that's a +2. Let's roll it. It's gonna be a 10.
I
A
will
10 to
say.
hit. What's that?
Oh, go ahead. I was making a joke.
That's
You go
not
ahead.
gonna hit. That's not gonna hit, by the way.
Damn.
So yeah, like you take a shot of him, but he like skitters around the side of that shot, climbs around like to avoid it, and he climbs up the side of the wall. He starts climbing on the sides of the wall as he's like climbing up above onto the roof and down the other side of the wall towards you there, Cyrus. So he's coming at you. All right, so roll initiative, y'all. At this point.
I have a 20 on my initiative.
Oh, nice.
I got 18.
Okay.
I was gonna say if Flo comes out from under the bed next, then I'm betraying all of you for her.
Oh.
18 for Ugg.
Plenty for. Oh, Ugg's kind of springing into action here. He's kind of getting with it.
I got a 6.
18, 6. Yeah, this thing climbing up the side of the wall took you aback. You were like, whoa! As this thing like climbs up the side of the wall to jump at you. So you're kind of stumbled backwards there a little bit. 18. Meraxis, what did we get for you?
Meraxis has a 4.
Okay, 4 for Meraxis. And R?
R is going to
What's her initiative?
oh, it's 18.
Oh, okay, cool. And Amaria?
9.
9. And alright, let's see how fast Steve's gone. Probably pretty fast. Let's see here. It's looking like it's a 19. Yeah, he's going pretty fast. He's climbing up the side of that wall like nobody's business. All right. But of course, Bolivar, you get to go first.
Bolvar's gonna rush in because of the commotion. There was a gunshot. He's never heard one of them before.
Mm-hmm.
And assess the situation with his maul.
Okay. You see Cyrus is kind of stumbled backwards. He's taken aback at this creature crawling up the side of the wall, and he's got this smoking weapon in his hand. And there's like a hole in the wall. All right. You can totally swing at that thing that's crawling at the wall trying to bite his face off if you want to.
Definitely going to assess the situation with his maul. Great webmaster, of course.
Yes.
Well, you see, you roll a 7 and it doesn't hit. That's a modified 7. So what you do is you ask Torp to instead imbue you so that you can use your bonus action to attack. So you
By the
don't
way, when
waste your life.
you imbue yourself with Torp's energy, you shout the word Torp
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
And you
And
have
with the
also on your hammer, I imagine you would have like the sigil Torp drawn on it.
flare
Here we go.
into life.
I'm going to show you what Torp looks like. Forgot to mention this, but yeah, it totally looks like that.
Nice. So, flaring with the strength given to me by Torp, I roll a 19 to hit.
Great, heck yeah. So you totally smack this thing.
Nice.
All right, roll damage.
For 19 damage.
Oh man, let's see. Is he still alive even? No, actually, how do you want to kill it? Just
He runs in and he swings, and it's so fast it skitters away. So he twists the maul around so that the pick side is forward, and he's just leading it on with it as it skitters and slams down just in time to pin it right in the back of its skull, smashing it and denting into the wall.
all right. So your pick is like stabbed into the wall, and you have this like limp giant lizard thing. This it's like a green with orange spots all over its body, and it's just hanging limp. It's pinned to the wall there.
He turns to the orc and says, "Don't worry, I got it, sweetheart." All right, I'm done.
Right. So you guys have killed this creature. Any inspection you want to do to the room itself? Or?
Can I? How big is this lizard?
It's like I'd say it's about like oh, just realized I didn't get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, so the lizard's pinned to the wall, and the lizard is like kind of like almost it's like 5 feet long. It's a really big lizard.
Damn. Okay. Couldn't do
Yeah.
what I was gonna do. I was gonna eat it, but
I mean, you could totally like
Nom,
rip an
nom,
arm
nom.
off.
Thanks
Maybe
for the
like
follow,
just
lasagna.
oh, I was gonna just like bird it. Like I was gonna
oh
like yeah, I was
oh
gonna
right.
bird it. I was gonna have a bird moment, but I can't have a bird moment if the lizard is
We're doing good,
bigger than I
playing
am.
some D&D.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's not very wide, but it is like 6 feet long, and it's just like dangling from the side of the wall there.
mm.
Okay.
Is there anything else in the room besides the dead body?
So you look at the mask there, and you notice that you like ding ding. That's gold. So
30 gold for the dead
doesn't
lizard.
seem like there's anything else really interesting in the room other than that mask. There's some like writing. There's like a desk with like a little journal on it. You do notice that, and that golden mask on him.
Take the mask,
Nice.
put that into my pack.
You take the mask off of him, and this guy, now that you can see his skin, it's very like pale, and it has like a bluish hue to it, and his hair is white. Doesn't look like a normal human. It's kind of weird. He's wrinkled though. It seems like he's pretty old.
Mhm.
I knew it. Tubes, contraptions. This guy's the Blue Man Group.
Oh my gosh. Who's that? It's
Aliens.
gotta be.
Ancient alien vibes. The whole pyramid's gonna become a rocket.
Nope.
Like in Rocky Horror.
Yay!
To the moon.
So, can I maybe investigate around the room and see if I
Mhm.
find anything else aside from a lizard that wants to kill me?
Yeah, you look around the room, you see like there's some crates, you pull them, and then in the corner of the room there is that desk with what looks like a journal on it.
Yeah, let me take a look at that.
All right, you head over there, you grab the journal, it's got a little latch on it. You can pull it open if you want. Look inside.
Is it a trap? Can
No,
I
it's
check?
Yeah, it looks like it's just like a regular journal, Latch.
Okay, I'll open the journal.
Journal
Okay,
of
so you pull it
Death.
open. Right. Um, it's got all these like scrawlings in it, of like quick scribbled handwriting, but it seems like it's in a language that you don't understand. Um, it's not common.
Anybody know what this is? I can't bloody read. I can't read it.
What language is it in?
You want to take a look at it too?
Yeah.
You gesture it to your clerical friends. Maybe they can read it.
Can't
guys
really
are-
tell you what language it is if I can't bloody read it now, can I?
You guys can't really recognize what it is either.
What about myself?
No,
No.
This is like
Miraxis
some-
will also look at it.
yeah. I mean, you guys can assume it's the language that was spoken by the dead civilization that used to live here, maybe, or something
Can
like
I
that.
flip through it? Maybe. Does this thing have any pictures in it?
Um,
Can I roll a history to see if I recognize any of the characters at all?
okay, yeah, go for it. I'd say so. Um,
16?
16. So you can definitely at this point you can definitely tell that this is a Cynidian, the people that used to live in this city. You know, at least according to the stories. You know, nobody was really sure if Cynidia was real or not, but clearly it is, and clearly that's their language. Dead now, but for some reason this guy can write it, even though that civilization is supposed to be dead.
What? This? Oh.
More time in common.
Oh. Oh. Like she's very like flustered and like she's fluffing up and she's like twice her body size at this point with how much her plumage is just fluffed and she's just chirp chirp chirp. She's very excited about the information that she has found. She finally kind of looks around like in that really weird jerky bird motion as she realizes that like okay, all right, this is oh, it's lost. It's lost info. Lost information. It's the city of Cyndia, Cynidicea, of oh it's lost text. It was a She's just like so over flustered. 1 second. And she takes breath and she preens herself a little bit and then she looks at everybody and she goes, okay. It's the lost city of Cynidicea, and this is their language, and it wasn't thought to be real. This is huge. Do you understand?
I
The
understand
clerics-
that nobody owns this place and my people need a home. That's what I understand.
There you go.
This true. It's just an interesting find. It would make a good home, though. Yes. Hmm. Can I read it at all?
It's not in a language you understand. You do know that
Okay.
it is Cynidian,
Cynidian. There we go.
or Cynidian.
Cynidian.
She can't read it, but she knows what language it's in.
Yeah, it's Cynidian, but like that language has been dead for quite some time, and people don't know how to speak it anymore.
So it's a language that doesn't. It's. I know it exists. I've studied it. But it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't like. It's not spoken. It's not. It's not. I don't. I don't. I don't know. Like it just doesn't exist anymore in regards to like it's no longer. So it's very weird that this dead thing, this dead human here thing, whatever the hell he is, has written it. This is fresh. I don't understand. I'm very intrigued.
What are you doing with that mask right now?
It's in my bag.
I just toss it in. Okay, cool.
Did I see? Did I note? I didn't notice the mask. No.
Yeah, I quickly just scooped it up and threw it in his
Mhm.
pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there? Is did 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 did, did anybody else need to look at this? She like is holding on to it now at this point. Like she's offering because she knows it's the right thing to do, but it's information that she really enjoys having, so she doesn't quite want to give it up, but she will if she has to.
Is there a map or anything in there?
Doesn't seem so. It seems like just a journal of some kind. Like he was, um, keeping track of the days, just writing who knows what.
I don't need to see it. I can't read it.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Smart.
All right, we're too nice, y'all.
I'll pull my hammer out of the wall finally.
Yeah. Lizard slumps onto the ground.
Mm.
Tender victuals. Lead on.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for you, Cyrus, to take the lead since you're the sneaky one.
Mm.
You there, Cyrus? Hello.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry.
You're good. No worries.
All right. So, was there anything in that book that might be useful?
Well, the
Maybe
cleric,
a map?
the clerics and R kind of looked at it, and it seems as though it's in a language that's not spoken anymore.
So, no pictures, no maps.
Mm-mm.
So the book's
Sorry.
bloody useless.
Not a picture book, buddy. Sorry.
Very funny. All right. Let's go, Roy.
So you're heading down.
Nice and sneaky, beaky like.
I'll
So,
try to sneak.
let me roll for
See
stealth
what I can-
again.
Okay. Yeah, you can totally do that. Go for it.
Yeah.
I got higher this time. A 9.
Be nice.
I rolled a 9. Not very sneaky.
Okay, so you're kind of tramping down the side of the hallway here. Now you get to the end of the hallway, and you can hear like some like people talking in this next room. Like there's a door to your right, and you can hear some like murmuring in the next room there. And as you walk past that door, you notice there's a statue at the end of the hallway there of that god that was on the top of the building.
Hmm.
And this statue is like has one that lightning bolt in his hand and the scale in his other. Now you hear like some more murmuring from inside that next door. He's like, "Oh, you think the old priest has been killed? Heard some heard some commotion earlier, and more since then. Well, let's go see." So out from the side of this door here come out these like this door to your right there opens up, and in this next room is are these guys. They're covered. They have these weird masks on, and they're holding these long swords and shields, and they have them at the ready to see who you are, basically. And you can peer into that next room. It's kind of looks like a bunk room of some kind. There's a bunch of beds in there, actually, and they're like, Who are you? Who goes there? Wait." They pull out their weapons and they're like, You're not from Cynidicea? Who are you?" They still have their weapons at the ready.
Let's see. Can I do a? Can I do like a charisma check or something to get them to calm down, maybe? Or
Yeah, you could try it. Yeah, see if you can talk them down. Totally. Yeah.
let's see. Roll. Yeah, so get an 18.
An 18? Okay. So 18, and they're like, what are you gonna say to them?
And say, I'm just a traveler. I'm escorting some others. We've gotten lost in the desert. You mind telling me what the bloody hell is going on here? I find an old blue man had been attacked by a lizard. This place is crawling with bloody bugs and centipedes, beetles, traps. What is this place? And who are you?
Oh, so you're from the outside world. Marvelous.
I.
We are the Brotherhood of Gorm. We follow the great god Gorm. He calls to action. And actually, we're trying to recruit. You lot seem pretty strong. Would you want to join
Recruit?
us? Wait, and also you said that man up above, you found someone dead? Must have been the priest, says one of the other guys. Oh, yes, certainly. Must have been him. Sad. He's been here forever. Must be blessed by the gods, but looks like not blessed enough. He turns to his friend. He's like, "Well, newcomers, why don't you come in? We need to have you speak with our leader, Canadius. He'll know what to do."
Fair
And so
enough.
these like armor, like these kind of armored. They're also wearing like chainmail on, and they one of them like gestures to the room. It's kind of what they look like. They have these masks on, helmets, and these masks that of like this bearded face that you notice looks exactly like that god statue. So they gesture for you to come inside to to their quarters there, and they kind of usher you into there. So you guys gonna follow them?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So they lead you into this next room, and in the next room here, there's just kind of like bunks around, and there's like a table in there, a few other things. But they lead you past that room to the next room. And there's like 10 of these dudes in this room. Two of them are having you follow them. And they lead you into this next room, and in the next room, you can see like this kind of a living quarters, and it has a double bunk beds along the wall. Now 6 men loiter around this room, and they're like kind of engaged in conversation with one another. And each man, they also wear that steel helmet with the golden mask. All right. So and at the back of the room, sitting behind this kind of looking like a desk sort of thing, kind of looking kind of perplexed at sitting as he's sitting in front of this desk, is this man with a much more elaborate golden mask, mm, also kind of depicting that Gorm character, and he has a very ornate, fancy looking helmet. And you guys approach him. He's like, "Ah, you bring newcomers to this place. Fascinating. Well, who are you?" And they say, "Well, you see, sir, they say they come from the outside world." He's like, we've never seen outsiders in Cynidicea for hundreds of years. Well, do you believe in the might of strength? Do you believe in the power of strength and brotherhood? He like looks around at you. He looks specifically over to our Torp cleric there. He's kind of interested in his big hammer he's holding there.
I am
And then he just
I am Bolvar of the Torpash, chosen of Torp. I am strength.
Well, I don't know anything of Torp, but we've been trying to recruit good men to fight the Zargon. The city has fallen into chaos and debauchery. It's all due to the Zargon and his evil minions.
What is a Zargon?
The Zargon. The Zargon is an ancient beast that was let loose in Cynidicea, killed many people. But there was a cult that started to worship it. And now it's grown in power, and they feed people to it. Evil thing. We've tried to defeat it once, but it didn't go very well. And like some of the guys around him start to kind of like shiver a little bit, thinking about it.
My people are looking for a home. Perhaps Torp brought me here to champion your cause. If I do so, and the Zargon is destroyed, will my people have a home here?
You'll have a home amid the Brotherhood, I assure you, if you can vanquish the beast. He gives lends you his hand. And you can feel like a tingle at the back of your head as like his mask starts to like glow as he takes your hand. He says, your heart is pure and you're strong. I can tell that you'll be able to help us with this cause. He looks around at his companions. He says, I think this could be the best thing that's happened to us in many years.
He looks to the rest of the group. I paid you to help my people find their new home. So I understand if you do not wish to take this next step with me. However, the Torpash would honor you and owe you a debt should you help us claim our new home with this mission as well.
R is just like instantly in for it. She's like, I'm yes. This is fascinating. Yes.
As soon as you said "oh debt," she's like, "Done. Yep, I'm in."
Hey, Kat, how you doing? Kat's in the chat. She was going to join
Nice.
us today.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, Kat? They are allying themselves with the Brotherhood of Gorm. These like mask wielding warrior men.
I love the Warlock's mercenary attitude. I likes it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Warlocks do like that debt thing, don't they? They're kind of about that.
Yeah.
Like if I owe, everybody's owing.
Fair.
He looks to Ameria. And you?
All right,
go.
so
Senses a big opportunity for smashing, so Ugg is very excited.
got a big toothy grin.
Fine, I help. Just as long as I can get the hell out of here and get back on my merry way.
Canadius kind of looks to each of you. He's like, well, if everyone's in accord, those of you who are men, follow me. There's a right to be made. Like you yourselves will be able to become full members of the Brotherhood. Now, he's gonna have you like follow him. He starts walking. He's like, "Here, follow me beyond. And this is where we'll swear you in."
The warlock's like, yeah, and us girls, we're gonna form our own brotherhood with hookers and blackjack.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Yeah, the Brotherhood of Gorm are kind of weird like that. But so he brings each of you to this kind of like dais in his room there. There's like this kind of dais there. He's like, "No, place your like it's kind of and on the top of it there's this like kind of like a balance, but it's like a stone statue of a scale." And he's like, "Now put your hand on this scale at the top of the knob there." And he gestures that he's like, "This will allow you to go on your first step of becoming a member of the Brotherhood. You'll have to prove yourself in combat, but should you be able to do so, you will be able to follow start the gauntlet of Gorn, in time. But this is the first step. Those of you who wish to join the Brotherhood, place your hand on this scale."
Bolvar does so.
All right, you grab the thing, and he like nods to you, and like you feel ready to, as if these people are really they really believe in you. They all like kind of look at you as like the sigil on your club starts to glow as you like touch that knob there. They're like, oh, they're like muttering to themselves like, this could be a sign from Gore. Perhaps this torp is part of his will. Like muttering to one another. No, who else will take up the call? He like looks to you, Cyrus. Will you?
Ain't got much choice. Fine.
All right. So you place
I
your hand on the.
suppose.
Put your hand on the knob there. Yeah.
I guess
right.
I'll join your ancient brotherhood.
Yeah. He looks to you as well, he says, will you join as well?
Absolutely.
All right, so the three of you put your hand on the knob, and he's like, it's done. He like looks to the rest of you, the other women. He's like, no, we cannot accept you fully into our brotherhood, but as a partial membership, we will more than be happy to provide you with food and drink and rest before you go onward. And if you help us, there will be great rewards in store for you as well.
That's perfect. The junior membership probably really works out for the best for me. Thank you.
He nods. He says, well, I'm sure the lot of you sounds as though you've been traveling long. He's like, and we have coffers of food here for you to eat, drink, and plenty of mead, sleep, rest. And tomorrow we will start our journey towards your full membership into our brotherhood. And together we will defeat the Zargon.
And do you mind telling me where this food and drink comes from?
Well, see, we send out hunting parties into the sandy wastes outside of the citadel, and that's where we get our food from. It's hard to come by, but we store it.
So raiding. You get the stuff from raiding.
More like hunting beasts from the up above. There's sand crawlers and other creatures. I couldn't tell you exactly what all of the dried meat is, as we preserve it. But I assure you it will fill your belly and leave you rejuvenated.
Very well.
So he's like, no, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my ledgers. He says, no. Each of you feel free to discuss or spar with any of the Brotherhood, and they'll tell you anything else you need to know. Sits down behind the desk there. So I think at this point, guys, I think this is a pretty good stopping point, actually. I mean, we could go on for another hour, but I think this is a pretty good juncture to end our adventure through the Lost City for now, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this has been The Lost City. It's a module written back in 82. Back in 82, they were hanging out with the Brotherhood of Gorm, just like we are now.
That Gorm guy.
Yeah, that
Gorm,
Gorm guy. Gorm it up.
Gorm.